Imagine walking down the street, the faint crunch of footsteps echoing behind you. At first, you brush it off. Coincidence, right? But then it happens again and again. Every turn you make, every shortcut you take, they're still there, always at a distance. Hours pass, and you start to wonder, who are they? Why won't they stop? What would you do if someone followed you and there was no escape? This chilling story might make you just rethink ever walking alone. A few years ago, when I was 35, something happened that still sends shivers down my spine whenever I think about it. At the time, I lived in a bustling city, the kind of place where late night activity was just part of life. I had just wrapped up a late shift at work. It was around 10 p.m. and was walking home through the quieter streets of my neighborhood. I've always been cautious by nature, never one to lose myself in my phone or music while walking alone. That night, I was on high alert, though I couldn't tell you why. Something in the air felt heavy, like the kind of stillness right before a storm. It was on one of those empty side streets that I first noticed him, a man maybe 20 feet behind me. At first, I barely registered him, a fellow pedestrian heading the same way, I thought. But something about the way he moved caught my attention. His steps were deliberate, his pace mirroring mine exactly, no matter how much I sped up or slowed down. I decided to test my theory. I took a detour down a narrower, dimly lit street, my heart pounding in my chest. It was quieter here. The only sound was the echo of my footsteps against the pavement. When I glanced over my shoulder, my stomach dropped. He had turned with me. I crossed the street, so did he. My pulse quickened. Every instinct in me screamed that this wasn't normal. He wasn't just heading the same direction. He was following me. I spotted a 24/7 convenience store up ahead and darted inside, hoping to lose him. The fluorescent lights inside felt harsh against my eyes after the dimly lit streets. And the only other soul in the store was a cashier, half asleep and glued to their phone. I grabbed a drink from the fridge, trying to act casual, but my hands were actually shaking. From the corner of my eye, I saw him stop outside. Through the glass door, his face came into full view for the first time. He wasn't looking at the store or the street. He was staring directly at me. His eyes locked onto mine, cold and unblinking. I ducked behind an aisle, my chest tightening. For a moment, I debated staying in there until he left. But then I heard the faint jingle of the door opening. I froze, every muscle in my body tensing as the footsteps grew louder, closer. I couldn't stay. I bolted to the counter, fumbling with my wallet, my hands slick with sweat. The cashier barely glanced up as I threw down some bills, grabbed my drink, and sprinted out the door. I didn't dare to look back as I ran, weaving through streets and alleyways until I thought I'd lost him. My lungs burned, my legs ached, but I kept going. When I finally slowed down, I chanced a look behind me. Nothing. For the first time all night, I let myself breathe. But my relief was short-lived. As I turned the corner to my street, there he was. He stood at the far end of the block, motionless, as though he'd been waiting for me. The way the streetlight cast shadows across his face made him look almost inhuman, like a specter pulled straight from a nightmare. I was frozen, torn between running and confronting him, though I doubted I'd stood a chance if he decided to follow me further. My fingers hovered over my phone, debating whether to call the police. What would I say? that some random guy was walking behind me. He hadn't done anything, at least, not yet. But every fiber of my being told me this wasn't random. I forced myself to move. My apartment was just a block away, and I needed to get there now. I crossed the street, keeping my eyes locked on him as I approached my building. He didn't follow this time, but a stare burned into me until I disappeared inside. Once I was in my apartment, I locked the door, bolted it, and turned off all the lights. I sat by the window, peering out into the street below. He never appeared again. For weeks after that, I couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. Every creak in the floorboards, every shadow outside the window, it all brought me back to that night. Was I overreacting? Or had I narrowly avoided something far worse? To this day, I don't know who he was or what he wanted, but if he's out there, let's not meet again. If this story gave you chills, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Don't forget to give this video a like if you enjoyed it. It really helps the channel out. And if you're into eerie tales and unexplained mysteries, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss what's coming next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. If no one's following me, that is.